A nation divided Yugoslavia's internal tensions. Yugoslavia, a country forged from the ashes of World War I, was a tapestry of diverse ethnicities, religions, and languages. This rich tapestry, however, also held the threads of deep-seated tensions. From its inception, Yugoslavia grappled with internal divisions. The country was a federation of 6 republics, each with its own distinct identity. These republics, Serbia, Croatia, Slovenia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro and Macedonia, were home to a mix of ethnic groups including Serbs, Croats, Bosniaks, Albanians and Slovenes. Beneath the surface of unity simmered historical grievances and cultural differences. The memory of past conflicts, particularly the horrors of World War II, cast long shadows. These historical wounds, combined with economic disparities between the republics, created a fertile ground for future conflicts. The federation was held together under the leadership of Josip Broz Tito, a charismatic figure who emerged from the partisan resistance movement during World War II. Tito's communist regime suppressed nationalist sentiments, promoting a Yugoslav identity. However, this forced unity could only hold for so long. With Tito's death in 1980, the centralizing force that had kept the country together weakened. The ensuing decade saw a resurgence of nationalism, fueled by economic stagnation and the rise of political opportunism. Yugoslavia's once tightly controlled political landscape began to fragment, paving the way for the tumultuous events of the 1990s. The seeds of discord, long dormant, were about to sprout, pushing Yugoslavia towards the brink of collapse. The rise of nationalism, Milosevic's Serbia, and the fueling of ethnic tensions. The 1980s witnessed a dangerous surge in nationalism across Yugoslavia. This surge was particularly potent in Serbia, where Slobodan Milosevic, a cunning politician, rose to prominence by exploiting Serbian nationalism. Milosevic tapped into historical grievances and stoked fears of Serbian marginalization within the federation. He effectively used propaganda and inflammatory rhetoric to consolidate his power. Milosevic's message resonated strongly with many Serbs who felt that their interests were being sidelined. He promised to restore Serbia's historical dominance, particularly in Kosovo, a region with a predominantly Albanian population but deeply significant in Serbian history and mythology. Milosevic's policies aimed to centralize power in Belgrade and curtail the autonomy of other republics, particularly Kosovo and Vojvodina. In 1989, he revoked Kosovo's autonomous status, further inflaming tensions with the Albanian population. His actions were met with resistance from other republics who saw his moves as a direct threat to their own autonomy and the delicate balance of power within the federation. Milosevic's assertive nationalism had a ripple effect across Yugoslavia. It emboldened nationalist movements in other republics, creating a climate of fear and mistrust. The Yugoslav Federation, already strained by economic woes and political uncertainty, began to unravel at an alarming pace. The stage was set for a bitter and violent disintegration. The collapse begins. Democratic elections and declarations of independence. The year 1990 marked a turning point in Yugoslavia's fate. The introduction of multi-party elections, a move towards democratization, ironically accelerated the country's demise. While intended to ease tensions, the elections instead empowered nationalist leaders who capitalized on the growing ethnic divisions. In Croatia, Franjo Tudman, a nationalist leader, rose to power, mirroring Milosevic's tactics by appealing to Croatian national sentiment. Slovenia, under the leadership of Milan Kukan, also leaned towards independence, advocating for greater autonomy and economic liberalization. The election results revealed the deep fissures within Yugoslavia as nationalist parties gained significant ground across the republics. Slovenia and Croatia, sensing the impending collapse of the federation, took the bold step of declaring independence in June 1991. These declarations were met with fierce opposition from the Yugoslav People's Army, which was dominated by Serbs. What began as a political crisis quickly escalated into armed conflict. The Yugoslav Wars had begun, marking the violent and chaotic end of a unified Yugoslavia. The declarations of independence by Slovenia and Croatia triggered a chain reaction. Bosnia and Herzegovina, with its complex mix of Bosniaks, Serbs and Croats, declared independence in 1992, further fueling the flames of war. The Yugoslav Federation, once a symbol of unity and socialist brotherhood, lay shattered, replaced by a landscape of conflict and ethnic strife. The aftermath: violence, international intervention and lingering challenges. The collapse of Yugoslavia unleashed a wave of violence and brutality unseen in Europe since World War II. The Yugoslav wars, marked by ethnic cleansing, mass killings and widespread displacement, became synonymous with atrocities and human suffering. The international community, initially slow to react, eventually intervened in an attempt to quell the violence. The Kosovo conflict, which erupted in 1998, drew NATO into the fray. NATO's intervention, while controversial, ended the Serbian crackdown on Kosovo's Albanian population. The Dayton Agreement, signed in 1995, brought an end to the Bosnian War, but the region continues to grapple with the legacies of conflict. Kosovo declared independence in 2008, a move contested by Serbia. The Western Balkans remain marked by political instability, economic challenges and ethnic tensions. Recent incidents, including disputes over border crossings and national symbols, highlight the fragility of peace in the region. The international community continues to play a role in maintaining stability and promoting reconciliation. However, the wounds of the past run deep, and the road to lasting peace and prosperity in the former Yugoslavia remains long and arduous.